military, so big up for that,
Thank
for
you,
being
sir.
in the Navy, and we appreciate your service for that, man. And what's some of the things that you learned, like, I don't know if you traveled around the world with this, being in the Navy, which was pretty much what they do, but what did you learn from, like, the worldly things or some of the places that you've been where you can, actually, talk about some of the things that you've done or seen?
Oh well, when I was in the Navy, I never traveled overseas.
Okay.
In the Navy, I was a hospital corpsman.
Right.
And being a hospital corpsman, you have the privilege of being stationed on a ship, right, or some
Right.
hospital, or also being assigned to the Marines. So
Okay.
I was pretty much like a Fleet Marine Force hospital corpsman. So
Okay.
throughout my time in the Navy, I was assigned to the Marines. And so my
Okay.
first duty station was Paris Island, a Marine Corps recruit depot in South Carolina. So pretty
Okay.
much I was a dinner tech over there, helping Marines who were coming to boot camp, making sure that their people was good and stuff like that in general terms. And then from there, I went to Camp Lejeune. I was assigned to Second Dental Battalion.
Okay.
I was assigned over there for almost 1 year, 7 months, and then
Right.
I was done with college over there. I was done with college, and then I commissioned as an officer in the U.S. Public Health Service. So
Oh,
um, that's my story right there.
right. That's awesome. You also like it's your master's degree in New York Medical College and Liberty University. So you was in New York for a little while.
I wasn't in New York. I did distance learning, but I was in New York for a minute for my graduation.
Okay.
When I was done with my first master's, and after I was done with my first master's, I went back to Liberty to complete the second master's as well.
Yeah.
Um,
So I guess what's in the lane right now is we're gonna get that PhD going.
you know what? That's what a lot of friends were like. Are you gonna go get a PhD? But I was gonna go get a PhD in public policy,
Okay.
but I felt that I told myself before I go back to school to get a PhD,
Yeah.
I need to get a PhD in music management.
Mm.
I need to pay attention to my music, that talent that I've been kind of like lying low on. I've
Right.
just been behind the scenes managing SoundCloud records, but now I have to be heavily involved in releasing my compositions that I've kind of like taken time to write over 3 decades. So
Okay.
once I'm grounded with releasing most of my songs, I think
Yeah.
I'll go back to school and get my PhD in public policy.
Oh, that's awesome right there, man. We support that all the way, man. Do remember Nana Cottons, man. Check them out on Facebook. Also, now can they go get this record right here? It's released. Where's it at? They can get it on iTunes
Uh,
and Google
oh
Play.
yeah, it's on all the digital music outlets. And you can
Right.
have it on. It's on Amazon. The video is on Amazon Prime. You can see the video on Amazon Prime. You can
Yeah.
watch the video on iTunes.
Right.
Um, everywhere. Just go and look for it.
Yeah.
It's a great track.
It is, man. When I turned it on, I was like, man, this feels good. See, what we're doing right here with the Scheme Beats Radio Music Review and also Around the World Media, that we are actually like kind of like picking certain artists that we really got like music we can feel, all right? So, not just like, okay, we just listen to it and then it just
Yes.
kind of goes away. We want something we can feel. So this song right here, I mean, it just has so much good feeling to it, and your intentions of the record is just unbelievably so well put out there. Like Mama Don't Give Up. When you look at the album, at the cover of that, like how did you come up with the I mean, of course, like you had your ideas for that, but I'm saying, I'm looking at that, I'm like, it's very real, that cover,
oh, oh my God! With the cover, one thing about what I do is that I'm a little democratic when I come to management.
Mm-hmm.
So with the cover, I connected with Numerous. He's on Instagram. I was going to do it myself, but I was like, I need different talent to kind of like connect with this project. So I connected with Numerous on Instagram. I don't know him. I just connected with him. I saw his stuff on Instagram, and I told him to design a cover, and the title of the song is Mama Don't Give Up, and I just gave him the idea behind the song.
Right.
So he designed different covers, and I selected this one. And what I do after I do that is I show it to my friends, and I'll be like, which one will you prefer? Some people were like, this is so good, but then is very, very kind of like it's very personal, very touchy, in a sense that like new mothers or people who have lost kids, unborn babies, they are going to feel some type of way towards the album cover,
Right.
and some people. So I weighed the option. I was like, I mean, this is a very perfect album cover. We are
Yeah.
going to use this for the first release. So we
Right.
have so many releases, and we have different covers that we are going to showcase that are going to tell different stories. But I think Numerous, he did a good job on that
I
project.
really like that, man. I'm like, I'm gonna download it and I'm gonna put it on, on the studio wall, man. That's how much I like that, man. I'm like, I want to
Oh,
remember,
thanks.
like, because it's so different than what everybody else is doing. Everybody got the girl with the booty shaking or the money.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
think
yeah.
about that. You got the facts on there, like this was going on in America, and 130 people are passing away every day for something like this. So we got to be aware of that.
Yeah, and one good thing about the response, especially from Nana Cartoons Vivo, where we have our song uploaded, just in about a month, I can tell you we have about close to 140,000 views, and
Wow.
the comments from people all over the world is just so inspiring.
Right.
Like people sharing their personal experiences, people just appreciating the concept of the project.
Right.
And
Right.
the project also brings diversity. If you watch the video, you are going to see the diversity in the video,
Yes.
telling people all over the world that this is not an issue that is affecting just black or white,
Right. Right.
or just Latinos or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And when we were shooting the video, there was a lady who was crying in the video, but I was like, I thought she was. There were two ladies, but I thought because of maybe what the director had told them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
then after we were done shooting the scene, they came to me and they told me, I really appreciate you putting such a song out. I have children, but she didn't go into what she was going to, but she told me I have children. And the other lady who was sharing tears, she worked with children who were having parents who were battling with addiction.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of like really hit them, and I was like, oh my God, I thought I was just
Right.
writing, and the first time I wrote a song, actually, it was very personal, very emotional, you know.
Right. Right.
And so I hope people all over the world can connect with this project, and also have the personal connection and discussion with their family members as well.
Exactly. And with that being said right there, I wanted to ask a question, and maybe a little bit of hard hitting question right here, but how do you feel about how the way that the medical marijuana laws are for people who have or CBD or like oils or pain and stuff like that, like for pain management? Is that something that's like what's the difference between the two? Would you think that,
Uh,
could help people, or is it like something like how you feel about that?
that's a hard, kind of like political question.
Yes.
But but what I can say is that what I can say to something like that is we have to have the science and the data to prove that there is a medication that is going to help. We cannot just advocate for something that is not going to help the population. So
Okay.
all I can say from a scientific point of view is if we have the data and the science that prove that this thing can help these people, then why not? But then if the data and the science is not there, then we as a society cannot just advocate and push for something that don't have the data and the science.
That's
You
that's
know?
facts. That's
Yeah. So
actually
that is how I can say it.
okay. Yeah, I know they are trying to like let people know what the effects of how it can help people, without just like having an addiction. But if you can get off of opioids or something like that, that's going to actually help you with that type of pain. Because from what I'm hearing about reading about opioids, it has a lot to do with depression, if I'm correct with that. And it's just like one of those things that where it comes to if you're using medical marijuana or CBD or anything like that or CGD or whatever it's called, those things like they're actually saying, well, this stuff can kind of help you or lean you off of one thing for another because like it's not supposed to like they said. Well, back in the day, they said it was a starter drug. You start smoking marijuana, next thing you know what, you're doing everything else. Now they're saying, okay, well, on the medical side, and the effect of hemp and things like that, of cannabis or cannabinoid, like those things could help a person without having the psychedelics. You know what I mean? With the
Hmm.
psychedelic effects of that. So I know it's up. It's a political thing that's going on with that. to be actually, honest about it, I'm an advocate for people who actually want to use it for pain management compared to, let's like, let me be like psychedelically, turned up. You know what I mean? Like, for
Yeah,
those who do smoke. But that's the thing, So if it can help somebody or help a kid out there, I ain't talking about smoking it, whatever, something kind of chewable or just like something like, to keep people
yeah,
calm and not to go through like ADD or ADHD or whatever the case may be, or people who are in like severe pain. You know,
yeah,
because a lot of these drugs are very expensive out there. People can't afford them, man. But hopefully we can get through this and get this whole drug thing and the medical field. Who needs
yeah,
a ton of help out there right now. They're in the front lines, man. All of you, man. All of you. Like I'm including you with that because you are mental health as well. You know what I mean? We need that.
yeah,
It's what
yeah.
we're going through, man. So I mean, this is it's a big deal, and I'm so happy that I had to speak to you about this, so then we can have like build up a discussion, about like you know what I mean. Let's just start talking about this a
It-
lot more, man.
yeah. I know, I know.
Yeah. Also, too, I wanted to ask you like now I listen. I have some friends out in Ghana as well, and in Nigeria as well, and the music, man. Like I love the food and the music. Right, I have some friends, man, in Ethiopia, and what I'm saying, like when it comes to the music right now, like because right now Africa is on fire when it comes to the
Yeah.
Afro beats and the music and the dance and the clothes and everything.
Hmm.
Are you still going to Ghana or are you like right here?
Yeah, the last time I was in Ghana was in 2016.
Okay.
But like I told you, I'm working with producers, artists from Ghana because
Right. Right.
I'm working on a currently as I talk to you, I'm working on a different record right now.
Okay.
It's
Right.
going to be in a can. Soundline Records was established to showcase and promote talented African artists to the globe. So
Okay.
I am in constant communication with people from Ghana. I have a team in Ghana. I have a team in Finland, helping out with
Okay.
our operation in Europe, and then we have a
Okay.
team in the U.S. So
Oh.
although I don't go to Ghana as much,
Right.
I have a whole lot like teams around, and most of the people that I work with are either Ghanaians or some type of Africans. I'm saying
Right.
Africans, or maybe I'll say like anybody who has the support and the interest of showcasing the African artists I have,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I
So
love that, man. Go ahead.
yeah, and one thing about the music, one thing a lot of people don't know is that I can tell you one thing: Ghana and Africa as a whole, we have a lot of talent.
Yes.
We have a lot of talent that for many years, the talent has been underrated.
Right.
You know,
Overlooked. Right. Yeah, been overlooked, and now everybody's like, "Yo, do you hear this new song? Have you heard this new group? Or the videos are popping up. They're going viral. I've seen videos from
oh,
coming
oh,
from
oh yeah,
20 million people have watched this video. Like,
oh
oh,
yeah, yeah, and the beats and the talent is just crazy,
right.
So nobody's going. We have to do a very good job at telling and showcasing our talent because if
Right.
we are not going to do it, nobody's going to do it for us.
That's
So we
yeah.
have to do it. So that is
That's
why Sunline Records, our ultimate goal is showcasing and promoting the African talent, no matter what. You
That's
know.
awesome, man. Yeah, man. I would definitely love to help you guys support that as well, man. Because I just like I said, I have some friends out there throughout the continent of Africa, man, and we talk all the time. We do videos with each other and live feeds. I watch the sunrise in Africa, which blew my mind. My friends are walking through the streets and they go into the. It's so different than it is in the United States. Like we're so
Yeah.
protective of certain things we have. When it comes to Africa, everybody's like they love each other. They show love to each other. You know what I mean? It's not what they put
Yeah.
on television. You know what I mean? It's like
No,
like
it's not at all because like I was saying, for many years we have not been in control of the African story, the story of the young African, the story of the African continent, you know.
right,
And so, when you come to the States, right, what do you see on TV? People from Africa who are hungry and they need food,
right,
right?
right. Mhm.
But when you go to Ghana, for example, there are a lot of beautiful places in Ghana,
Yeah,
beautiful places, and
right.
there are a lot of super rich people in Ghana, you
Right,
know,
right. It's very
but you don't
true.
get to see that.
Right. They don't
You
show
know?
you that. I had a
No, no, they
friend.
don't show you that.
He had the drone, right? He had like a little drone. He was like, look, watch this. He's going